extend their lead before, no? The big match, next week big match, the Derby d'Italia against La Vecchia Signora.
On Valentine's Day as well. Can't think of anything better on Valentine's Day. Isaacson now. One with Cabal. Still with Isaacson and Kurt Miners just tracking across. Their good work.
Yeah, and here Kurt Miners is doing well because he knows that Isaacson can be any defender in the Serie A, so he goes there and helps Cabal double the number 18 up. Good defending job by the number 8 for Juventus, and now Lazio's got a chance from corner. A couple of big boys there. Maldini is a big boy, Postcard as well, Gila and Marusic. Pedro always looking to maybe to receive the ball short.
Isaacson continues to be Lazio's chief threat so far. Basic to take. Basic. Keep the pressure up here, Lazio. The opportunity from dead ball situation. Isaacson. Basic. Making their way towards the box. It's going to be Marisic. Match winner when these sides met at the Olimpico in the 23-24 season a couple of seasons ago. Having to leave his mark again. The Montenegro international. Tavares. Taylor. Full of praise for Taylor. He's done really well to settle in to his new surroundings. Cataldi goes back to Provedel.
Yeah, that's good football. No? First touch football for Lazio. All the players are closer to each other. Gives so many solutions to the Sarri team.
Now Daniel Maldini, so dangerous from this kind of position. Maldini. Just did it 1 second too long, and then a bit overzealous there with the challenge. But a few little flashes of Daniel Maldini.
You know, Thomas, you got the sensation that Maldini's got something. He's got something special, but the end product is missing at the moment for him. Yes, he's kind of young player, but you can see that if he improves that side of his game, that he can be a real crack. And Lazio and Sarri hope to give him the chance to finally fulfill his potential.
Cabal. Here's David. Back with Cabal. Now goes to ground. We play on. Now Yildiz. Swept away, but only to Kurt Miners. Cabal stayed down. McKennie. Kalulu, need another good ball from him. Yildiz, Kurt Miners! Through the crowd and in! Spalletti's looking to reinvent him as a centre-back. He gets his first of the campaign. Jury is still out. But this could be a turning point, but the referee has the arm up.
They're checking on something. He's pointing, probably there is an offside position. They're gonna check it. They have to check a couple of times. First, probably, let's see if Thuram is, yeah, he's probably in an offside position. The French number 19, but they're gonna check this challenge as well in between Gila and Cabal. So at the VAR, they have plenty of work to do. This is, let's see from this point, from this replay, Thomas. Yeah, you can see the Provedel probably has got Thuram in front, so he cannot see the ball. Yeah, there is a deflection from a Lazio defender, and the ball hits the net. So big job for Mazzoleni as well. But Thuram looked like he's in onside position. Offside, sorry.
Confirmation then, what you were saying there, Manuel. Clearly, Kefren Thuram was obstructing the view of Provedel, and he was in an offside position, so the goal won't stand. Kurt Miners thought he was celebrating his first goal of the campaign, and maybe one of those turning points, even though we have said that before about Cope Miners since he joined last term, still trying to replicate that form that we admired during his time in Bergamo with the Atalanta jersey, and he's involved there with the head. Cope Miners, Yildiz. It's awkward, but Tavares gets there in the end to the loose ball for Arsenal man. Perisic. Saxon straight to Cope Miners. Thuram. His brother scored earlier today. Sassuolo. Can Thuram score tonight and lay the gauntlet down? Next week's Derby d'Italia. Actually, Thuram was both netted in the last derby of Italy between Juventus and Inter earlier in this season. Played on this ground.
4-3 was the score, yeah, with Azic scoring late. To be Juventus, the side looking more likely to score. Bremer, Cambiaso, Cope Miners, of course, a few moments ago. There it is, Cope Miners. David. Yildiz. Thuram. Cambiaso, Kalulu up from the back, trying to combine with Cambiaso. The idea was there. Tavares winning a foul. Yeah, signs of Nuno Tavares back at his best. I remember last season, the first part of the campaign, he was running like for fun, making things happen, driving the ball for 40-50 yards, and here you can see that Thuram is clearing, obstructing Provedel view. And Lazio moved right, squeezed up the line. Unlucky for Cope Miners and Juventus. As you mentioned, it could have been a kind of a turning point. That's what a player needs.
Just that confidence back. It's going to be one of those several big money moves that have failed to deliver for Juventus in recent years. Think of maybe Douglas Luiz last term. To impress. Cope Miners, as we said, the jury's still very much out. Spalletti is trying. Looks to reinvent him in a new role. Cabal, who went down a few moments ago. I think this was it, Manuel.
Yeah, here I think he's, look here, he's trying to kind of intercept the ball towards McKennie. Then Cabal is running to. He's running, gave the ball to his teammate, and then went into was the Lazio centre back Hila. So I think the referee got it spot on, in my opinion.
Kalulu, a bit more momentum, take him into Mario Hila. Here it is, Cabal again. Thuram. Never ever play for Inter, which clearly would have endeared him further into the hearts and minds of the Juventus supporters. Lost between those two. Cope Miners. Thuram. Yildiz. Thuram. Back with Yildiz. Nice cut back. Cabal. Still there. David. Great control. Yildiz. Cambiaso. McKennie. Queuing up here. Kalulu. Cambiaso's there. And then Cope Miners! Through a sea of Lazio jerseys and very nearly in.
Yeah. He finds himself tonight, but it's all coming from the video. Brilliant first touch near the byline, and then on the rebounds here, great full volley with the outside of his left foot, almost caught Provedel by surprise. Good try from the number 8.
Here he is again, Cope Miners. Unsurprisingly, didn't get the best of receptions on his return. His old stomping ground midweek. But, progressing then, looking a semi-final berth. Take on Bologna or Lazio in the semi-finals. The other side of the draw, Inter through. They'll be taking on Napoli or Como. David. Kenny. Taylor may go in the book here, he does.
Yeah, as usual, McKennie being the right spot. Cataldi saying something to the referee, Guida as well. McKennie is such a clever player. He knows exactly when he has to go out wide, when he has to stay in touch inside the park. And here Taylor picking the yellow card for his team.
Just looking to extend their unbeaten record at home this season in Serie. 7 wins, 4 draws. Only Napoli in Serie, the only other team yet to lose home soil this term. Telly standing over it, played short. Miners headed over by Bremer.
Yeah, Bremer is always in the right spot inside the box. Too high here, good move by Juventus. Sweet ball from Miners, and there Bremer too high. Number 3, second chance of his night.
Let's see, with another one, level with Ustigard, Genoa. I think he's only played 13 times this season in Serie A because of injury issues. It's on his 14th appearance of the campaign. Still, of course, working his way back after that serious knee injury last time, and they really missed him last season. Pedro. Picked out by Cambiaso. Locatelli. Thuram. Cabal. Locatelli. Cabal. Trying to bring under control, and Hila just takes it away from the defender.
Yeah, but Juventus are moving the ball well, and this man is in charge in the middle of the park, dictating the tempo. Good play by McKennie. I think Cabal probably didn't expect the ball was coming.
Krofsgaard. Tavares. Basic, space opening up here. Isaacson. Step around the ball, but Basic is there. He was lurking on the edge of the area, unable to hit the target though.
And Thomas, and I think Isaacson is desperate because he had a heavy touch. He was 1-against-1 in the box against Locatelli, but Juventus keeper defended well. A big chance that was for Isaacson inside the box against a kind of slow player, but Locatelli did so well again.
Most of this rare opportunity. Romagnoli, of course, the starter, but his recent whirlwind period for Romagnoli appeared to be leaving the club, then he was staying. He's recently become a father as well. He's had a bit of paternity leave, 5 days, which is why he didn't feature against Genoa last time out, Alessio Romagnoli. I hope he's getting some sleep. Here's Pedro, 38 years young, still going strong. Twice this season, both from the penalty spot. Maldini looking to make things happen. Put some space in that roving centre-forward role. Kayla.
And you can see Maldini and Pedro also switching position. No, proprio number 9.
Intercepted. David. Just back on the ball, they've dominated the possession. The dominators, well, in terms of the opportunities created. Gregorio yet to be worked in the Bianconeri goal. Although he'll be disappointed about that. Patiently just try and find an opening.
Yeah, Lazio, when Juventus got the ball, playing like a kind of 4-4-2 with Basic that is going up, or now Pedro alongside Maldini.
Kenan Yildiz. Cabal. Here is Yildiz, twisting, turning. Yildiz. Kobe Miners. Just lets it run.
Yeah, it's not easy for Juventus to find the right gap because Lazio are defending very, very compact. You see no room in between the defenders and the midfield.
So just to work hard to keep it in play, which he does. To skipper. Italy looking for Cambiaso. His best season. Cambiaso mentioned that own goal last week and committed a high-profile error here against Lecce. Now Thuram. They go all the way here. Thuram offloads. Now Cambiaso. Calls to Kenan Yildiz. Now Locatelli. Thuram. Cambiaso just crowded out. Appealing for a handball there. Cambiaso almost silenced me and the critics with a shot a few moments ago, but it was blocked.
Too complicated, maybe too many passes. In the area, it was clearly, I think, handball from Kefren Thuram. Maybe just from this angle, but it's not easy to find. No room in the center, at the edge of the box.
Claudio Lotito watching on the fans, as we mentioned, at loggerheads. The Lazio #1. They come here to Isaacson. Maldini rising highest. Still there. Now Juventus relieved to come away with the ball. Cambiaso. Here's Thuram. Marisic intercepts. Cut Miners. Quick to get there, but now Maldini on the ball. Tavares. Pedro on the overlap. Taylor. How many jerseys back for Juventus? Compact and solid here. Hila. Basic. With Mario Hila. For movement off the ball, and they go back to Provedel. One of the criticisms from the Lazio supporters towards Lotito is they feel he uses the club for his own personal, political and business ventures, as opposed to investing more in the football club. That's their say of it anyway. He'll point to the Italian Cups, the Super Cups, the European campaigns. Solid financially.
And now Lazio, good spell for them in the last couple of minutes, moving the ball. You can see Pedro again going around.
Maldini. Nuno Tavares for Isaacson. Well-worked move, they just couldn't quite apply that finishing touch.
Yeah, just one player. This is a fantastic ball. Look, yes, maybe Isaacson cannot reach it, but somebody has to be on the back post area. Pedro or a midfield has to fill the box. That was a ball just that needs to be there. And here Basic probably feeling his groin. Yeah, he's on the ground.
Inside of his thigh, you're right, Manuel. So match winner from the reverse fixture could be heading off here. Of course, the Lazio medical staff will assess the situation right away. It's a break in play, and perhaps just the right time for Juventus, because that was a real scare. I think that's what Spalletti was also worried about off the bench and in his technical area. So Sarri, concerned here though about Basic. As we said in the build-up to this game, Sarri was full of praise for. wants to keep a hold of. Just trudges off here, Basic. Now we'll have to make that call. But it looks like they are going to make the change. Dele Bashiru waiting in the wings.
Yeah, the Nigerian midfield is ready with number 7. Let's see if Tomo Basic will be able to keep maybe for the last 5 minutes.
Just try and grit his teeth at least to the break. Juventus temporarily man up, although now it's back to 11v11. Basic back on the pitch to the final few minutes of normal time of the first half. Locatelli. Cambiaso. Kalulu. David. Couldn't keep it down.
Great ball again. Kalulu is turning into a young David Beckham. Fantastic ball in. It's not the first time in this match and this season as well. I'm not sure David is a free header. At least from there you need to hit the target, because this is a good chance again for Juventus. Too many in the first half.
Just hints there, Tomo Basic, just try and glean something maybe from his body language, from his reaction, trying to shake it off. So it continues to be Juventus with the opportunities. Cabal for David, looking to give Mario Hila the runaround here. Mario Hila standing his ground, gets the decision.
Then I can see the referee move, point of view, sorry, because Hila was obviously looking to find a cheap foul, but Guida did well in my opinion.
Kenny winding up. Vitelli's right off his line. Kenny flicked on to Ram, can keep it in play. We've seen Elia Caprina do that this season with Cagliari as well, right off the line for those kind of throw-ins.
Yeah, it's something that some managers are working on. Yeah, I remember that Luperto once saved his goalie to concede a goal after a good header from the opponent. Yeah, it's something that a couple of managers are doing in the modern era. Good idea. I find it very, very interesting.
Juventus losing recently too, Cagliari. Just their only loss in their past 9. Zitelli, only goal of the game. Just feel that had they won that game against Cagliari, not dropped points here against Lecce, which that game I mentioned, Cambiaso with a high-profile error, just giving away possession, then Banda going on to score. They could have maybe been in the Scudetto conversation, but they're a bit off the pace. Having said that, win this, and who knows, maybe beat Inter next week, and things could look different, but again, one step at a time. Spalletti will know that as well. Cut miners. It's Cabal. Just to keep it tight, go into the interval level. They'll certainly take that. Same way Juventus have been performing. Thuram. Good sliding challenge from Mario Hila. He loves the tough tackling days like that, doesn't he?
I like him. He's a very good defender, solid, very good technically. I can see why a couple of big Serie A European teams are looking for him.
Once on the books of Real Madrid, so there's a reason why. He's once with the Los Blancos. Much his choice at the back. Mario Hila. More from Patrick really in recent seasons, his fellow Spaniard. Locatelli has to be careful here. Maldini picks his pocket. Locatelli caught napping now. Maldini. Pedro! In the dying embers of the first half, Lazio a real smash and grab. Locatelli, what an error. Maldini for Pedro. And the 38-year-old still going strong in the big games.
Yes, Thomas, that's what they were looking for. Wait, and hit Juventus in transition. Huge mistake by Juventus keeper. Maldini sneaking at the back there. And then here, perfect ball with the perfect time. And then from there, Pedro doesn't miss. Yes, he's been helped by Bremer deflection. But this is an astonishing goal, because Juventus were far the better team in the first half.
Juventus had their chances, but it's Lazio going into the break in the driving seat. Pedro, his first from open play this season, could be a huge one. And Lazio dreaming of doing the double over the Turin Giants for the first time since the early 1940s. If he looks at his watch, what a time to score as well, just before the break, going into that locker room, Manuel. Now Maldini. Close to ground, the referee says ball was won.
Yeah, but you cannot lose that kind of ball, especially if your team is wide open.
Bashiro. It's scrappy from both sides. Cope Miners away. Now Profsgaard, Pedro. His goal splitting the sides then. In that goal, the cusp of half-time in added time of the first period. So we recap then, Basic off. Dele Bashir on for the injured Croatian, and Cabal off, and Cambiaso appears to have dropped back, and Jigorova of course will play. Cambiaso was playing in the first half. Midfield.
Yeah, Thomas, it's like a four-back line with Cambiaso, Kominers, Bremer, Kalulu, Ildis, Thuram, Locatelli, Jigorova, and David and McKennie. We will see out of possession at least. You see in possession if Spalletti thought about something to try to score against this man.
Tavares to Locatelli, who he's got to make amends. He was caught in possession. Maldini stealing the ball, racing away. Going off to Pedro, took one touch. It took a touch off Bremer as well on its way through, but no concern, of course, about that one. Lazio ahead, dreaming big. Cataldi, great ball. Isaacson now. Isaacson! They've doubled their lead. Isaacson! Couple of huge goals last season, and that could be another one for the Biancocelesti.
Thomas, this is the Sarri ball. We're gonna see it. Vertical ball, support for Cataldi. Fantastic first touch through ball from the skipper. You can see everyone is hugging the number 32, because we're gonna see again from the replay. Look here, ball into Dele Bashir. This is Sarri philosophy. And from here, from a tight angle, not sure if Di Gregorio can do something better. Yes, the shot with the right foot is powerful, but from that angle, Michele Di Gregorio can do a better job. But now, Lazio double their lead.
Lazio dreaming then of winning home and away against the Turin Giants. Isaacson with a fantastic strike. Just minutes after the restart then, Lazio put the pressure on Juventus. It's been a tough week already for the Bianconeri, crashing out of the cup. Now are they losing points in the race for the top four? Roma will certainly hope so. 2 points behind Juventus. Isaacson. We did say man on the first half, he was the chief threat, and he's delivered on that.
Yeah, too easy. Cambiaso is not defending properly. Isaacson beat the former Bologna player. 1 against 1, it's too quick. And then from the angle, I still think that Di Gregorio can do better.
McKennie. This is where they need Kenan Yildiz to grab the team by the scruff of the neck. Show why Juventus are looking to him for the present and the future. Juventus on course then to lose for the first time this season in front of their supporters. Bremer. Jigorova checking in field. So can afford to try and protect his 2-goal cushion, invite Juventus forward. Then Yildiz. Provedel palms it away. Danger not over, Jigorova. One-on-one with Nuno Tavares. Jigorova. Profsgaard sliding in. Now Bremer. Cope Miners. Yildiz coming close then. Jigorova. Need to put the frighteners then on for Lazio. Jigorova. Looking for Cambiaso, Marasic. Now Yildiz again. Thuram! The idea was there. Unable though to work the Lazio keeper.
Yeah, Lazio defending with a low block. That's a solution from distance. This is a typically this move. But Provedel is doing, again, an amazing job. Yeah, maybe there is not enough power. Provedel did the right choice. But Lazio doing well.
Right, rare mistake by Provedel. Kalulu now. Cambiaso. Yildiz, Thuram. Yildiz has gone down. Catching his right ankle there. Cataldi. Telebashiru. Pressure from Kalulu. Now Locatelli. Thuram. Jagrova. This is Yildiz. It's trickled through. They've got a corner.
Yeah, solid defending again by Lazio. All tight, no space in between. Look, 3 Lazio players surrounding Yildiz.
Last touch of Cambiaso.
Yeah, and we spotted a kind of foul on Yildiz, a classic step on the foot. But look here, short to go long. And here Cambiaso has to do better. From that angle, you don't want to see a keeper go beat from that angle. So, decent finish, yes, but Di Gregorio, I know, he found guilty.
Thuram just looking to find a way back in the game. Jagrova looking for Yildiz, intercepted by Marisic. Now Isaacson, just a chance to ease the pressure on the Bianco-Celesti defence.
Yeah, man of the match performance so far for the number 18. He's got technique, he's got pace. He's quite a strong lad as well. You can see turning direction in tight areas. Sarri missed him in the first part of the season.
His injuries as well in the first part of the season. So sadly found himself counting heads. He spoke about the challenges he faced. His return to the Lazio dugout in the second spell in the Italian capital. Locatelli. McKennie, space opening up. McKennie finds Jagrova. Kalulu. Jagrova. Back with Kalulu. Appealing for a goal kick, they get it.
Yeah, again, Lazio defending so well. Question of desire here, yeah, a little bit of luck. But Taylor tracking Kalulu run. Lazio defending well, but you need to do that against Juventus at the stadium.
Losing out there.
We are not seeing much Jonathan David.
Tavares. Cataldi. Referee. Ruling in favour then of the visitors.
You know, we know David is a very good player, coming deep to play with his team, but with the Lazio defending so tight, there is no room for the Canadian to come short.
Tavares gets there. Taylor. No, Tavares. Telebashiru, that was a really good opportunity. Didn't get a clean strike. Juventus let off the hook.
Yeah, that was the chance to probably, you know, close the game. Nuno Tavares, if he's gonna stay fit, it can be a real weapon for the second part of the season.
Hila very nearly caught in possession there. Spalletti no doubt will be plotting changes now. Introduction of Żegrova hasn't had that impact he would have wanted. Instead, Lazio getting that second. Kenan Yildiz. Thuram. Back with Yildiz. No foul in it. Maldini spearheading the press.
Yeah, but even there, no, considering that Lazio are defending really deep in the low block, Juventus doesn't have to force. Feed Żegrova or Yildiz in their feet.
Kenny. Thuram. Cambiaso now looking to stretch his Lazio side. Cambiaso. Locatelli. Maybe just trying to sometimes score, as you said, man on the first, the perfect goal. And past too many. As Kalulu wins it back.
Yeah, good recovery run by Kalulu. Maldini is doing well up front by himself. As we said, Juventus has to stay calm. We know that if you score a single goal, then you're going to have the chance, because Lazio maybe will start to panic, but don't force things.
David. Yildiz. Nice feet. Still with Yildiz. Locatelli. Kalulu, Thuram, Cambiaso. Again, they were just queuing up time and time again. So many Juventus jerseys. Just can't find the back of the net tonight.
Yeah, Lazio are defending well. Proscar is having a wonderful match so far.
Żegrova. That's a good challenge by Nuno Tavares. Winning the ball cleanly. Lazio's last win here at Juventus, 2017-18. Simone Inzaghi's Lazio. There's Max Allegri's Bianconeri. Żegrova. Thuram. Cambiaso. Yildiz. They still fall to Juventus player. Taylor, though, first to it. Isaacson. Outside of the boot, Isaacson. Taylor's continued his run. At least they've gained meters up the pitch. That's something for Lazio.
Yeah, Taylor is a solid midfielder, very good technical. He's got a great engine as well.
Really burst Juve's bubble out of the cup. Points in the race for Champions League football. Kenan Yildiz trying to do it all alone here. Cambiaso. Yildiz. Locatelli. Now McKennie. Comes to Żegrova. Still in play. Cambiaso. McKennie! They've got one back. He's been Mr. Consistent for Juventus, and now he's adding goals to his game. And it's game on again here. And Juve have plenty of time to get an equaliser.
Thomas, easy, put a ball in the box. He's gonna find the position, he's gonna hit it, and he's gonna find the net. So many chances, chance after chance, but finally, look. Gila is losing him there. Not tight enough, and McKennie, confidence player there with confidence, finding the net, kissing the post, no chance this time from Provedel. Game on.
Touch of the one then from Weston McKennie. They found the spell then to get past Lazio. And now momentum with Juventus, the confidence game. Thuram. Yildiz. Last touch off Mario Hila. Listen to the roar from the home faithful.
Yeah, we said it, Thomas, a goal can change everything, but Juventus in the first half created so many chances, and now they are back, and they got a chance to level the score, and then you never know what's going to happen next.
Mr. McKennie. Spalletti wants him to sign a new deal. Left by Yildiz. Cambiaso, David across. Now Bremer. Tavares looking to stand his ground. Miss kick from the Portuguese defender. Bremer takes it quickly. Jagrova towards McKennie again. Why not? He's full of confidence right now. Yildiz. McKennie. Thuram with McKennie. Fourth league goal of the season for him. Back-to-back matches after scoring at the Giardini. Nice drop of the shoulder. Jagrova could go anywhere. Here comes to Kenan Yildiz. He's trying to chip it in. Now Cope Miners, Cambiaso screaming for it. Yildiz, Thuram, David. Cambiaso, McKennie was there again, and Bremer was also darting in.
Almost again. He's got, look, Proskar, by the way, he's too far away from the man, from the number 22. Look, in between Gil and Proskar, and there is Bremer as well. And Nuno Tavares is just marking zonal, but from this kind of deliveries, you don't have to stay away from your opponent. Pick him up, feel the contact. Long next 28 minutes for Lazio.
This is where Lazio to show their character. Just try and weather the storm, soak up this pressure. Keep it tight again, as they tried to do after getting that second goal. Cambiaso will tug at the jersey there. No yellow card. That's what maybe Cataldi was trying to say, wasn't it, to Marco Guida?
I think this is a yellow card. It's a rule. Cambiaso knows exactly what he's doing. And now Lazio's got a chance, maybe for the first time in the second half, after they scored, to breathe a bit.
That's exactly what they've got to do, just get players back on the ball. Sit around again. It was easier said than done. Juventus now confident again. They're buoyed. Here's Kenan Yildiz. To win the foul, not given. Cataldi with Provedel. Now Jagrova. Yildiz. This is Locatelli! Very nearly making amends for his error in the first half.
Yeah, now Juventus are flying out of flames here. Picking up the pieces, Jagrova finding Yildiz, then Locatelli. Decent effort, too wide, just inches away from the far post. And I think now Sarri is changing something. Pedro is being called off.
Pedro has definitely made way, as you can see. Has Isaacson also been taken off? May have heard his name being announced by the stadium announcer. So it looks like Isaacson. It's got some Noslin and Cancellieri both on then. And a bit of pace up top as well. Cancellieri and Noslin, some fresh legs, maybe to press high up the pitch as well and stop Juventus getting forward. Juventus are looking to get forward again now. Cambiaso, Yildiz, David, McKennie. Very nearly the perfect move.
Yeah, now probably Sarri realized that probably Yildiz offside position, maybe. He realized that he will try to eat. Yeah, Yildiz is probably in offside position here. He tried to eat Lazio in counter-attack. Here, the wonderful header. Yeah, but you can see Gila losing McKennie. So you try to eat, as you said, Thomas, with the pace, with the Cancellieri pace, Noslin as well, and Maldini in transition.
Noslin 26, Maldini 24, Cancellieri 23. So Lazio now looking to the future, trying to start a new cycle, a new project. McKennie, his goal, Juventus back in it. He's going to chase here. McKennie, great work rate. McKennie. Jagrova. Kalulu shaping up to cross. Jagrova's had a couple of strikes from distance. This time he curls it towards Yildiz. Kenan Yildiz thought he was going to race away there. Lazio stand their ground now. Lazio coming forward. Taylor. Daniel Maldini. For Noslin. Taylor. Just wide. Lazio very nearly restoring their 2-goal cushion.
And that is the plan, Sarri plan. Hit Juventus in transition with the play pace they've got with Noslin, Maldini. They're combining so well near Taylor, who's got goals in his luck, doesn't find the target.
Comes now to Daniel Maldini. Blocked by Bremer. Not sure what you make of that one. Man was a former defender yourself.
Yeah, I know what Bremer is doing. I think this is a foul, and Bremer got away with that. Cheeky nutmeg by number 27.
Just see exactly why Sarri looking to the likes of Noslin and Cancelliere a few moments ago. Lazio now with the pacier Cancelliere and Noslin instead of Pedro and Isaacson. Maldini, so if he's got a point to prove after failing to make the breakthrough at Atalanta. Of course, lots of competition there, but neither under Gasperini nor Juric, and then Palladino able to convince. Co-miners. Hila shielding the ball. Does he get the call? Looks like he does.
Yeah, good ball at the back. I think, yes, Maldini is bleeding from his head after maybe, don't know where. This is a foul, in my opinion. He was already bleeding probably.
Clearly need treatment. Maybe he's not fully aware that he's losing blood here. As you say, by Fuori, get the treatment. We can get back underway. Of course, to be admired, his willingness to stay out on the field, but at the same time needs to get that sorted.
Yeah, of course. I don't know that the Juventus supporters are not happy. Maldini has to go where the benches are to get some treatment. And here goes Esau. You never know, we're gonna see him. 22 minutes to go if Spalletti wants to take a point at least here.
Kalulu to ward off Noslin. Noslin, one of 7 players dismissed this season for Lazio. Thuram. Jagrova. So the team that had the most players sent off this season in Serie, negatively record of 7, as we were saying. Jagrova's ball. Best of clearance by Cataldi. Kalulu is there. They're queuing up. Good communication, but now Yildiz is back on the ball. Yildiz, it's blocked. McKennie. Cambiaso. Thuram. David for Bremer. Nuno Tavares, I think, doing just enough.
Yeah, outstanding tackle by Nuno Tavares. Because it looked like the Bremer was going to score an easy tap in. Look how they move the ball. Cheeky one to a near Bremer, is licking his lips. But Nuno Tavares doing what a defender has to do.
Nice work from David as well. And selfishly across there. Nuno Tavares only in the side, as I was saying, because of the suspension of Pellegrini. As we've also been speaking about, Manuel wants to get back to his levels of last season, where he really was Mr. Assist, setting up so many goals. Provedel, first time. Maldini is heavily bandaged up.
Yeah, remember Nuno Tavares, the impact he had last season, the first 7-10 matches was incredible. He was unstoppable every time he was driving the ball forward.
Now Cambiaso, far side. 20 minutes to go, it's delicately poised. Really exciting finale in store as Juventus look to get that equaliser, maybe, who knows. Lazio look to hold on here, maybe get a goal on the break, as they've already threatened to do, with Taylor sending it just wide. Kenan Yildiz, lovely touch. Now David. Kenny has then fouled Nuno Tavares.
David, why are you not striking from the position you were in? You had the chance, you had the room. Instead of feeding McKennie or Zhigrova, go by yourself. You turned rightly, you got the room, got the space, hit it.
This would be massive for Serie and Lazio. Mentions Akanji, their skipper, missing out as well, to come here and become the first team this season to win the backyard of the Bianconeri, in front of their on-watching owner as well, Claudio Lotito. Seems to be very much in the firing line. Taldi. Also expect another very low turnout. Lazio take on Atalanta in their next game at the Stadio Olimpico in Serie. This time against just 4,000 supporters. It's a very surreal situation. You have to overcome it. See, just as it did in the first half, Mamo dominating the possession. Locatelli. Yildiz. And one with Marisic. Still with Yildiz. McKennie. McKennie again.
Yeah, this time he tried to chest it down and hit it with the power, the acrobatic effort here. Nuno Tavares didn't do well, and Taylor was having a decent game, helping and rescuing his team.
Also hinted at earlier in the second half, so maybe won't be happy about it, but they could be doing their city rivals Roma a favour by winning here. Roma just 2 points behind the Bianconeri in the table, going into matchday 24 as things stand. Allow Roma the chance to leapfrog Juventus by beating Cagliari tomorrow at the Olimpico. As we said, there's still a little 15 minutes to go plus added time, and Juventus look like they're preparing changes.
Yeah, I think he spotted Kelly. We're going to see if Cup Minus will be the one that will leave the field.
So Conceição, you mentioned a few moments ago as well, like he was looking to warm up. So it's going to be Boga to come on. McKennie, Thuram, able to steer it towards David. Now Noslin, Maldini, who's been in the wars tonight, as you can see. Tavares, given away. That's a real mistake he's made tonight. Thuram, Yildiz, misunderstanding with the Frenchman. Locatelli, Zhigrova, time and space here. Cup Miners, Thuram, David, Kenan Yildiz, Thuram, Cambiaso, loops up, Cambiaso will get another chance, comes to Locatelli. Navihina just didn't quite read the bounce.
Yeah, Locatelli tried the acrobatic effort here. Scissor kick with his left foot. Postcard blocked it, and now corner with Bremer. That will be the target. Now we're gonna see if maybe this.
Let's see what Spalletti has in store. This change has been made now or after the corner? Question here. It looks like he's picked up an injury manual. In the meantime, we'll chat about that shortly, because he's been one of Lazio's best performers tonight, but he's going to have to just try and dig deep here. Piazzo, away by Cataldi.
Yeah, poor effort from Cambiaso. I know you can be tired, but that's the moment that this game can change. Set piece.
This level, it's about the fine margins and just getting it over. First man. Now we are going to have those changes. Double change incoming for the hosts. And also maybe a double change for the visitors, unless it's not going to be Rovella anymore, but Romagnoli.
Cambiaso offer for Juventus. Thomas.
And it's not been his best performance, has it? We've spoken about a couple of errors in recent weeks. And Cope Miners also making way. So Kelly on for Cope Miners and Bogat for Cambiaso. Bogat, of course, a very familiar face, former Sassuolo, Atalanta man.
Now we're going to see who's going on the left. McKennie is the man that can go everywhere. Can be the left back.
So I think Rovella was about to come on, but Mario Hila's injuries changed those plans for Sarri. So now Romagnoli thrown into the fray. As we said, appeared to have his bags packed just a few weeks ago, heading to Qatar, Al Sadd. But that fell through. Lazio took him off the transfer list. Still a lot of protest from the fans, who are happy to see one of their club icons, really. He's a Lazio man through and through, self-confessed Bianco Celesti supporter. He's now back then, involved, looking to play his part. In the final months of the season, then who knows what will happen in the summer. And here he is, Romagnoli. Just close things down on that far side. There, Bogat.
Yeah, now it's Kelly that looks like he's playing obviously on the left side of Juventus, trying to stop Cancellieri for the counter-attack that Lazio will look for.
Kalulu. Jagrova, Yildiz. Kalulu. Jagrova. McKennie, Yildiz, punched away by Provedel, and then the whistle goes.
Yeah, what a game Provedel is having. Fantastic save again. Juventus worked well here. McKennie, great layoff towards Yildiz. Good strike, but again Provedel pumped it away, and I think Boga probably is the player that is in an offside position.
Spoke of his determination to score then. After his contract renewal, you can see there, David, offside. The Lazio players immediately appealing. Now, Provsgaard's down, and is Sarri going to be forced into another change at the back, or is it just a bit of tiredness and cramps? Romagnoli will try and encourage him, give him a boost. Romagnoli can do a bit more of the running. He's just come on, he's got a fresh set of legs. Lazio get over the line here and, as we said, pick up a potential first win here at Juventus since the 17-18 campaign 8 years ago. A few sides come here and emerge unscathed. Juventus has such a good record since moving to their new ground in 2011. State-of-the-art facilities. One of the few clubs in Italy to own their own ground. Inter Milan looking to change that. Plans for their new stadium.
Yeah, what a revenge, you know, can be for Sarri as well.
Exactly, just the one season. He felt that his Scudetto was undervalued, wasn't really given the same kind of respect as the ones won by his predecessors, Allegri and Conte. Very difficult circumstances as well in the year that COVID hit Serie. Kenny. Maldini released here. It's Noslin in support. Maldini. And Kalulu tracking back from him. Looking to release Boga. Boga. The Serie A debut tonight for Juventus, and here he is again. Boga, was he caught? He was. He's won a free kick. Romagnoli straight into the book.
Yeah, but it's how you have to stop Boga. because if he's gonna receive the ball every time there, it's got this frequency, no? You cannot steal the ball off him easily, and here Kalulu doing great job here, helping Bremer, and here you can see he's touching the ball 200 times in the space of a second, and here Romagnoli picking his yellow after just a couple of minutes since he came on.
What he was doing there, so-called professional foul. Now Juventus have a chance then to try and grab that equaliser here. Rescue a point. They were trailing 2-0. Grover standing over it. Yildiz. Kenny, first to it. Good work, great work rate by the American. Now Grover. This is Kalulu. May get another chance. And flicked in by McKennie, but the arm goes up.
Yeah, wherever he is, the ball is gonna find him. Incredible. Look like McKennie was clearly in an offside position. Decent move by Kalulu, let's see. Yeah, Proskar is on the floor, but I think McKennie is in an offside position. Yes, clearly.
Well, Patrick to come on, just his 5th big outing of the campaign. He's had so many injuries. Is it going to be Proskar making way after we saw him struggling a little bit, looked like cramp a few months ago, the young Dane. So determined to make that change as soon as possible. We're just waiting here to see whether it was offside or not.
Yeah, but the replay looked like was clearly in an offside position, but they are checking.
La Lazio sostituisce il numero 25 con il numero 4 Patrick.
It is Proskar coming off then. It's the experienced centre-backs now, Patrick and Romagnoli. Mouthing cramp again. I'm not an expert lip reader, but he was struggling a little bit now. Miretti. For Locatelli will be disappointed. He'll still no doubt be thinking about that first half error that allowed Maldini to race away and put it into the path of Pedro. And Openda as well on for McKennie. I'm surprised to see McKennie come off.
Yeah. He's maybe, you can see maybe he's struggling to pick up knock. We don't know, because he's a player that is dangerous every time he's been picked in the middle of the box, he's been found in the middle of the box.
Openda, his only goal in Serie coming against Roma here. Can he score against the other team from the Italian capital? Draw Juventus level. We're going into the final stages, normal time of the second half. Just how much added time will be given as well. I just hope there is a fair bit to give them an extra chance to either get an equaliser, or who knows, if they can get it as soon as possible, maybe even kick on and win it. You know, it's in their DNA, don't we, man, of the fino alla fine, right into the very end. It's the club motto. Noslin. Tavares, nice work. Noslin, Taylor with the Dutchman.
Great performance by Nuno Tavares. It's the kind of performance that Allegri is hope he's going to have till the end of the season.
Turning points in the first half. Koopman is hoping for Nuno Tavares it's going to be a turning point in his season. Get back to those levels of last term. Your candidates in the meantime for player of the match. Grover. This is Miretti, had a go. Noslin, that's just to pass their way out of trouble. Out from the back here. Maldini, keep an eye on Kenneth Taylor. Thuram. Here is Yildiz. Thuram. It's a great sliding challenge. Really great work. I think it was Taylor. Maldini, can't afford to lose possession there. No Tavares. Loads of options here. Tavares. Delebashiru. Noslin has spurned a glorious opportunity to win it for Lazio.
Great play from Lazio again, but there Delebashiru has to take a touch and try to hit from the position he was in rather than go for a play-off towards Noslin. Taylor, great piece of business from Lazio. What a player he is.
Scored last time out. What a sliding challenge a few moments ago. Now Cancellieri, lots of space here for Lazio to exploit. Daniel Maldini, that's very clever play. Winning a foul. Again, more precious seconds of the clock.